A very good morning, South Africa. Baie goeiemôre, Suid-Afrika, Molweni, Mzansi. I think they say normally the most unplanned dinner, the most unplanned get-together with friends is the best one. And I'm using that phrase today to explain that this unbelievable meeting, an unbelievable mindset of meeting of minds, deserved, unfortunately, an unplanned life this morning. So I will have to again ask for my apology for intruding. But I know that from our point of view, this is not an intrusion when you hear what's going to happen here. Baie goeiemôre Suid-Afrika. Dit is 'n goeie oggend. Ons het opgestaan in die Here. Ons weet ons is in die lig. Maar ek het altyd gesê op die einde van die dag, daai braai, daai samesyn, daai ongelukkige, nie beplande aantjie wat die beste aand uitdraai, is van die beste. So vandag wil ek sê ons het 'n live wat nie geskeduleer was nie. Maar ek het iemand hier by my. Ons is nou al soos baie van u weet besig vir die afgelope 3, 4, 5 maande met gesprekke as die UIM met baie groepe in die land om uit te kan vind hoe gaan ons vorentoe in die land. En een van die mense wat ek aan die begin, en hy het ook nou saamgestem nadat ons nou 'n lekker aandete gehad het ons nooit in die wêreld gedink dat 'n man soos Neil de Beer en 'n gas en 'n vriend van my nou, Hein Marx, op hierdie oomblik ooit in ons lewe sou by mekaar kom, want daar's vir ons gesê, daar's 'n regse mens en 'n linkse mens, 'n kommunis en 'n regse, en hulle sal nooit in hulle lewe by mekaar kom nie. En vandag het ek vir u nou 'n groot surprise. Hier sit ons. En dit is baie lekker, Hein, om jou hier by my te gehad het na so 'n lang tyd.
Dankie, Neil. En, ja, ek moet sê die sleg ding van hierdie goeters is dat daar's te veel mense met opinies wat hulle opinies, ek weet nie waar hulle vanaf kry nie, vorm en dan hulle opinies na die buitewêreld toe wil uitdra, na mense toe wil uitdra en daardeur mense van mekaar weghou. Terwyl die VVA se uitsluitlike doel wat ons al hoeveel keer as verklaring selfs uitgestuur het, is dat ons sal met alle organisasies werk wat wettig daarna werk en streef om soewereiniteit te kry. Ons het 'n probleem in die land, ons moet dit oplos. Die realiteit is, ons kan dit nie as individue oplos nie. Ons moet dit saam, as organisasies, saamwerk om hierdie probleem op te los. As ons verskillende ideologieë het, is dit 'n ander storie. Maar die realiteit is, ons het eintlik op die einde van die dag net een, kom ons noem dit nie 'n vyand nie, kom ons noem dit 'n teenstander. En daai teenstander is besig om hierdie land nie net totaal te vernietig nie, maar in elk geval reeds bankrot gemaak.
En die naam is?
Die ANC en die EFF. Ons weet dit mos nou almal, dis waar die probleem lê, dis wat die fout is. Daar's ander kleiner hondjies wat saam met hulle 'n probleem is. Maar op die einde van die dag moet ons hierdie probleem die hoof bied. Die oplossing het ons lankal, ons weet dit. Ons weet wat die oplossing is, ons weet dat om soewereiniteit te kry, los al hierdie ander kleiner probleempies op. En ons wil nie in detail ingaan van wat en hoe en waar, dat na, hoeveel weke is dit nou al, 3, 4 weke, het die polisie, ANC polisie, nog nie 'n woord gesê van byvoorbeeld amper 2 miljoen patrone wat gesteel is, wat inteendeel 100% onder beskerming en beheer van die regering was nie. En dit is maar een simpel klein voorbeeldjie. Die realiteit van hierdie goeters is, Neil, ek is gewaarsku teen jou. Jy's 'n kommunis. Jy's 'n verraaier. Jy's gewaarsku teen my, ek is hierdie verskriklike verregse. Wat ek nie is nie. Wat jy nie is 'n kommunis nie. Maar die ironie is, net soos wat ek geglo het, dit wat ek gehoor het jy geglo wat jy gehoor het, totdat ons saam kon sit, ordentlik kon gesels, mekaar reguit in die oë kyk en sê, Is jy die kommunis wat ek hoor?
Yes.
Hein, is jy hierdie verregse wat ek hoor?
Absoluut.
Wat is die feite? En dan praat ons nie van wat sê ons gees vir mekaar nie.
Ja.
Wat se rol speel God in hierdie proses tussen my en jou nie?
Absoluut.
En dan sit ons mekaar in die oë en kyk en sê, is dit waar wat ons gehoor het?
Ja.
Nee, is definitief nie
Nee,
waar nie.
glad.
Dit kan ek duidelik van my kant af sê, is nie waar wat ek van jou gehoor het nie.
En dieselfde.
Met ander woorde, hier sit ons vandag by mekaar en ons het eintlik op die einde van nie eintlik nie, ons het net een doel. En dis om die probleem die hoof te bied.
Yes.
En die verskil wat ek vir die mense wil sê is, want ek praat baie daarvan is,
Yes.
daar's praters en daar's doeners.
Ja.
Jy's doener. Ek is 'n doener.
Ja.
En dit is waarvoor mense bang is.
Absoluut. They don't want doers together.
Die oomblik as hulle doeners bymekaar kry,
Ja.
dan word hulle, kom ons noem dit posisies, hulle inkomstes, hulle whatever jy dit wil noem, word 'n gevaar. Dit word 'n ernstige probleem vir hulle.
And the non-doers get exposed.
O, verseker.
Ek sien net hierso, Hein, die mense smeek vir Engels. So, I just want to give you breaking news. Hein Marx is very eloquent in English as well. En ek is 'n bietjie daar met die Afrikaans. So yes, we're going to do a bit of English.
We'll talk English.
And I think it's for our international exposure as well.
Ja.
Maar is dan lekker om te hoor die Afrikaanse taal as hy so beweeg, né?
Well,
As hy so move.
but now you've got to speak English. Yeah.
So can I quickly just say what Hein and myself are going to talk to? We're not going to take a lot of your time. It's Friday, so and Hein has to go all the way back. But with us today, as well in our boardroom, you can't see maybe right now is our great friend Chris de Jong. Chris is here. Chris, goed om jou te sien. Laat daai stem maar bulder.
Baie dankie Hein, dankie.
Baie goed om te sien
Baie
en
trots op julle.
And it's because of Chris, in actual fact, that we are capable to sit here today. He introduced us. As you all know, Chris Jonk, part of our NEC, part of our executive, and it's good to have you here. En gisterand het ek vir jou sê oor 'n goeie oxtail. We had a good oxtail.
Very good oxtail.
Not too much wine. We had some good cool drink. And I just want to quickly bump in and say the following. This year is proof. It's physical proof that no matter where you come from, no matter your ideology, no matter your cultural indifference, no matter your historic indifference, that South Africans can possibly, if given the opportunity, Hein, and not put in those boxes of right-wing, communist, liberal, conservative, that if great minds meet, and I'm not talking great minds, I'm talking logic. We had a breakfast this morning where Hein could sit me down for a change and say to me, Neil, I'd like to also discuss a very important thing, which was, and it was a great journey, South Africa, to understand what is secession, what is exit, what is autonomy, and what is this thing that we are looking for. And we even went in depth and we spoke about things like confederalism vis-a-vis federalism, and will a federal government state in this republic work? And I can tell you, and you can touch on it.
It's not only work.
It is work.
There is no other option.
There is no other option.
That's the bottom line. There is no other option.
Yes.
Because we are suppressed, we are oppressed, we are lied to, we are basically, well, let's be honest about it. What happened last week is that if we ever thought and saw little things that we might move into a dictatorship, it happened last week.
Red flags.
It's there. It already happened. This is more than a red flag. It's a fact. What Ramaphosa did last week was the first open action to move towards a dictatorship.
So we're not the only people that saw it.
Definitely not.
More than one.
Definitely not.
And just quickly for our viewers, and I don't know if you see, we are already on 618 live. We are hugely live at the moment. A very interesting thing, number one, you have walked a long road. I was fascinated last night sitting with you and listening to your journey. And that makes me love you because of the respect I've got of your journey.
Thank you. Appreciate
and where you come from. Not just the ideology, but the respect of the journey you walked as well in God. And
Well,
that's
my strength.
That is your strength. And I want to tell the listeners and the viewers, the first time I ever met Hein through Chris, we first had to negotiate, Hein, because now Neil de Beer is at your gate, you standing inside the gate, and there was this understanding of, must I let this man in?
Yeah, well, I said
and I'm going, do I want to go in? Because here's this. And I walked in and we sat down, and I will never forget this. You picked up a Bible. Remember, I was not even seated in your lounge.
Yeah.
And you picked up a very special Bible. Eh?
Very special to me.
Not just a normal Bible. That Bible had history. And you put that in your hand and you walked up to me, and I was, here Hein comes, not even a coffee yet. And he looked at me and he said, I will not start this discussion, with respect, Neil, with you. If you don't put your hand on this Bible and tell me to my face that you are true, that you are honest, and that you are a Christian in God. And when that was done, because remember, ek is nog jong in Christus, né? Ons het dit ook debatteer.
Yeah.
It was an unbelievable moment to put politics aside, to put history aside, and to agree that we do serve one president, actually.
Yeah.
And that's God.
Yeah, absolutely. That to me was the basis to start off with.
Yes.
Because remember, there were a lot of people, lots, which happened to you, happened to me,
Yes.
that told me how bad you are.
Sure.
So I had to make sure. How do I make sure?
Yes.
I can't ask this terrorist,
Yeah.
this socialist, this
Yeah.
communist.
Yeah.
I can't believe him. He's a spy.
Verraaier.
I can't just ask him.
Yeah.
I'll do it the only way
Yes.
that I true and totally believe is the right way.
Yes.
If you say you're a Christian, there's the Bible.
But it's an equalizer.
Absolutely.
Forget.
Yeah.
Both of you were New World Orders, eh?
Now we also New
So
World
you're working
Order.
together.
Oh, yes.
The only problem I've got
Yeah.
is Hein and myself last night could not agree where the New World Order offices are. Because Hein as ons deel is van die nuwe wêreldorde, hulle skuld ons mos geld.
Well, this
Nee,
is
ek vra maar nou nie.
well, this is my problem. You see, with the ULA, our biggest problem at this stage, apart from that there are people that I don't know if they can't or they don't want to understand,
Yeah.
is to get the message out of what we're doing, the legal process. So to get the message out is money. It's money to get the message out.
Sure.
So now on the one hand, I heard how many times that you New World Order.
Yes.
I heard how many times that I'm New World Order.
Yes.
So
But we've
who's
never met.
pulling the strings that we've
No, but
never met?
but my problem is, if we both New World Order, what chapter are you from?
Is it in chapters?
I have no idea, because remember, I was a year ago also a member of the Freemasons.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I've been called a member of
Illuminati,
Freemasons,
and New World Order.
Broederbond,
Yes.
F.W. de Klerk,
Yeah.
Stichting,
Yeah.
and New World Order.
So
Now the interesting thing is,
Yes.
if I'm part of them,
Yes.
then they should start paying up.
En
They
Yeah.
should. I'm part of
And,
everything.
and one thing what we
Everything.
have agreed, if we are part of that, we are going to get disciplined very soon, because everything we do is exactly contrary
This
to
is
the
the-
New World
this-
Order. We had a discussion
People,
last
that's the
night,
problem.
and after discussing what we could Google and hear about the New World Order, after 2 coffees, myself and Hein agreed we're going to now agree that we're actually from the Old World Order.
Old World Order.
We actually Old World Order.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, this is a fact. Hein and myself are starting the Old World Order.
Yeah.
It's going to be simple. We are hosting it at a clubhouse that's going to have an open braai, a massive wine cellar, and a place that we can get together to reminisce, Hein, about the olden
Old
days
World Order.
when
Yeah.
things worked.
Absolutely.
When your word was your honor,
Yeah.
when you could be trusted,
Yeah.
when you had manners, where you had respect,
Yeah.
and one more thing, where you had dignity for yourself.
And we had the will.
Yes.
The will.
Yes.
when you're appointed in a position of government
Yes.
to make it work for the people that appointed you.
In other words, do.
That doesn't work.
In other
Do what you've been appointed
Yes.
to. This is the problem. But yeah, let's move off the one
let's-
world
let's-
order stuff.
let's-
It's ridiculous,
let's-
people, that
yeah.
if you want to discredit somebody,
Yeah.
you say that Neil is a new world order, I'm new world order. The joke is when you get together and you realize, well, long ago I realized that he's not part of the new world order or that nonsense.
Yes.
The reality is you people must understand that there are people physically trying their utmost to discredit each and every person that tries to work towards the solution, because you must also understand the solution, the sovereignty that we're talking about, is a massive problem, not only for the ANC government and the EFF that wants to steal and take. Remember one thing, the ANC is stealing. The EFF is still not part of it yet. They want to get there to steal as well.
Hein?
So it's a problem for them, but they're not the only ones that are losing out. It's also the other people sitting in the background stealing.
The journey of the ULA.
Oh.
The journey which you have given your life.
Yeah.
Intrinsically, within, I know it's difficult, we don't have much time. Intrinsically, in die kern, die wortel van, wat wil julle doen? What do you want to
Well,
do?
I always say that.
Sorry, want ons het nou gisterand besluit, né? Jammer. Ons het nou al die politieke partye ontpak, né? Tot ook ons groot vriende die Vryheidsfront, né? Wil vir hulle welkom sê, né? Né? Pietie, waar is julle manne? Né? Vryheidsfront plus minus en equals. Luister gou. Ons het daar almal ontpak, regverdig, né? Ons het almal ontpak want ons wil leer aan. Ons wil uit die foute uit leer.
Ja.
En ons het uitgevind baie politieke partye praat baie, het massiewe klausules en goeders in hulle konstitusies, daai wat ons kan kry, né? Those constitutions.
Ja, party van hulle kan jy glad
Ja, jy
nie
kan
kry
nie die
nie.
konstitusie kry nie, né?
Word weggesteek.
En weggesteek omdat hulle nooit die mense wil sê dat hulle dit nooit kan bereik nie. Nou ons
Ja,
het
wil dit nie bereik
Wil nie. Ons het oor gepraat 27 jaar.
Ja.
Was dit hulle enigste doel?
Nog steeds.
En is nog steeds.
Ja.
Maar niks.
Ja.
Jou lewe is gewy aan een prinsip en jy dit verklaar en inteendeel jy dit begin oor die wêreld. Wat is die beginsel van waarvoor jy staan?
Beginsel is absolute wel, ek gaan dit eenvoudiger stel.
Kan jy dit in Afrikaans sê en dan in Engels?
I'll do it in English.
Okay. Great. Ek hoop julle man is reg.
Article 1 of the International Covenant on Human and Political Rights.
Right.
That's what I stand for.
Right.
That is international law, Article 1, that says only basically one thing. Everybody, every group of people has got the right to self-determination.
In the world.
In the world, not only in South Africa, in the world. And in our case, in South Africa, luckily, the South African Constitution underwrites it as well.
And echoes that.
Absolutely. And in fact, there are more than one article in the Constitution.
Ons het sorry mense, ons het 'n gap. Of dis ons of dis daai manne wat nie ons wil hê ons moet praat nie, maar ons gaan aan. Nothing's going to stop us today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody's got the right to self-determination, but what does self-determination mean?
Exactly.
What does it mean to you, me, my son that's sitting here, hello Conrad, everybody, Christy, everybody? What does it actually mean? It means that each and every person must have the right to decide on his future himself, on his language, on his religion, on his spending of his money.
You put it more in depth to me. There were 4 points, I think, that determines that. It was language.
Yeah.
Can you tell us that?
Yeah. Well, you're talking now about how do you determine the group of people?
Yes.
Yeah. The group of people, how international law works in terms of determining your group of people,
Yes.
it says once you've got one of the 4 following points,
Yes.
then you can determine yourself as a group of people. Yes. International law never ever, nowhere talks about a volk or a nation. Bestaan nie.
Okay.
Those 4 points are ethnicity,
Okay.
language, culture, or religion.
Wow.
That's it.
So if you have any of those 4,
Any of those 4,
you are then seen
you
as the
can
group.
you can
Yes.
determine yourself then as a group of
A
people.
group of people.
And if you are then that group of people, which means for instance, let's take the Griqua as an example.
Yeah.
The Griqua wants to determine themselves as a group of people. How do they do it?
Yeah.
One of four things.
Race.
They've got, in their case,
Yes.
let's look at it
Yes.
only from their point
Yes.
of view. They're the same race, ethnicity.
Same language.
They speak the same language.
Yes.
They have the same culture. And they have the same religion.
They're a group.
Then they're a group. But now, a lot of people will say, but whoa, they don't all speak only Afrikaans. They're not all Christians, because there might be others.
Sure.
The reality is, international law says you only need one.
One of the
those
four.
Yeah.
And at the moment, Hein, what we are talking about here, there's a lot of debate, and I'd like you to also, ons het nie baie tyd nie, ek weet, maar dit is belangrik. Hein, what is the current rumor, feeling, when we hear, let's talk about Cape Exit, and the people are talking about Cape Exit, the Western Cape exiting, the Western Cape actually seceding, becoming a republic. What is your opinion on that?
Well, put it this way. If you talk about Cape Exit, the organization,
Yes.
then the logic behind that is very simple. If you tell the people that you want to secede, because that's what they're saying, then
Yes.
obviously, secession, then you don't do anything.
Yes.
So, who are pulling wool over whose eyes?
Because if
By
you just
telling
talk
people,
about,
if you just talk about it,
You've
you're not
got to
doing
do
it. So my question then is, as far as I know, and as far as I know the people that I know,
in that structure.
yeah, they haven't started with the whole process of secession.
Yes.
To start off with, and there are many things you've got to do,
Because
of which
you've done it.
well, we've done it.
busy.
We
Yeah.
are very close to 100% 8 years.
This is not a baby.
No. The international law on secession was theoretically, it was designed that you should actually not secede.
It's
You
actually
should-
built to frustrate you.
It's built, it's built.
Yeah.
It does frustrate you, but
Sure.
it's built that you've got to actually sort out your problem
Yeah.
with your so-called, again, with, in our case, the ANC government. We've done it.
We are just trying to sort out our connectivity, but we've got 742 people live. We are not going to go on long. You're still going to see a lot of us, but I just wanted to, for those that just join us, vir daai mense wat nou net by ons aangesluit het, breaking news by ons, uiteindelik na 3 maande is, ons as die UIM, het 'n beginselbesluit geneem 3 maande gelede, dat ek en Hein Marx, van die VVA, the ULA, the leader of that entity, that we would get together. One thing that we are clear upon is, as die UIM en die VVA, as ons iets sê, dan doen ons dit.
Ja.
Dit maak nie saak of u met my saamstem, of met Hein saamstem, of nie met ons saamstem nie. Ek het my woord gegee as die president van die UIM, en Hein het sy woord gegee as die leier van die VVA, dat ons sal praat, en dat ons sal ontmoet, en dat ons eers sal kyk waar ons nie pasbaar nie, maar dat ons, soos Mandela vir my altyd gesê het, don't look for the things that you disagree on, find the things that you agree on, and build on that. Now, wat baie belangrik is, en vir daai mense wat nou by ons aansluit, for those that are joining us, this is a historic moment. You might not think so, but for all of us in this boardroom today, it is an historic moment, because we are proving what so many people in this country believe, is that if you are put in a basket of right-wing, a basket of liberal, a basket of neoliberalism, a basket of conservatism, that the people have so entrenched the difference, that they're not looking at where we can sit together, where we can't find common ground.
And the reality is, when we sat together last night, suddenly there was no right-wing or no liberalism.
There was South Africa.
There was only us.
Yes.
With, funny enough,
Yes.
in a way, and I want to use the word, in a way, exactly the same goal.
Sure.
And that is sorting the problem out.
Yes. Can I
Not
call
only
it
talking about it,
but
doing it.
But can I call it our Everest?
Everest.
When we sat down, we agreed we have to climb Everest.
Yeah.
The end goal was unanimous, that we'll put a flag up there. I maybe said we have to climb from the South Point. You maybe said, no, Neil, we have to climb on the north face.
That's warmer.
What you did, yeah, it's warmer. I said we should take K-Way, you said nee, se gat John Deere. I said we should drive there with a Ranger, you concurred. Ranger is the thing. But what we never disputed was that this country is facing a Everest.
Serious.
A Everest.
Yeah.
A mountain
Yeah.
that we believe is too high to climb. Everest has been climbed, it's been conquered, now more than once. But Hein, here's a question, en dit is vir my interessant. Ons Afrikaners, nie boere nie. Dit is nou my taal, né? 'n Boer is 'n man op 'n ding en hy maak 'n ding en hy pluk daai ding en hy gee dit vir ons monde. Dis hoe ek praat. 'n Boer is 'n man op 'n plaas en ek het respek vir hom. Kom ons praat oor die Afrikaanse.
Ek was ook 'n boer.
Ja, 'n boer, ja.
Maar ek het my plase verkoop.
Absoluut. Ja, ja. Slim, want dit is respek om 'n boer vandag te wees in die land. En die staat, ek wil dit net noem, dis ongelooflik hoe hierdie staat ons boere nie help nie. Hulle help hulle nie.
Wel, hulle help geen besigheidsman nie. Geen.
So let's agree, and that's a subject for another time. Maar Hein, die ding wat ek wil weet, en ek het dit al vir Chris gevra, ek het dit al vir jou gevra, ek vra vir almal. En ek is jammer, hier gaan ons alweer, né? Maar ek het beskerming hierdie keer. Ek het vir Hein hierso. Hein, hoekom kan die Afrikaner volk nie bymekaar staan? Hoekom kan die Afrikaner volk, waarvan ek deel is,
Ja.
hoekom kan ons nie bymekaar staan nie?
Die antwoord daarop is positief en negatief.
Nou gee al twee.
Die negatief, kom ek gee eers die negatiewe. Die negatiewe is, want almal dink, is nie die feit nie, maar hulle dink, hulle kan dit self doen.
Yes. En hulle kan nie.
En hulle kan nie. Die positiewe is, want die Afrikaner, oor die algemeen, want ons praat nie van al die individue nie, want die Afrikaner het ten minste die insig om te besef die probleem wat aangespreek word. En dit moet ons nie onderskat nie. Dit is die krag wat juis in die Afrikaner lê. En dit is wat die Afrikaner vroeër jare so 'n mag in die wêreld gemaak het.
So die ding is, wat is bymekaar kom?
Exactly, dankie.
Wat gebeur daai dag, Chris?
Dankie. Is
As die
wanneer jy
Afrikaner volk in hierdie land besluit,
bindende faktor
ons is
nou
saam.
begin bymekaar kom, dan raak jy 'n absolute unstoppable force.
kan ek sê 'n vreesaanjaende mag.
Ja.
Maar wanneer is daai dag?
Ons is besig om baie vinnig daarby te kom.
Nou interessant.
Hoekom is ons vinnig om by uit te kom? Wie hoekom?
Yes.
Want, en ek wil my woorde gebruik wat ek altyd gebruik op alle vergaderings, die dom, astrante arrogansie
Yes.
van hierdie regering met hulle rooi overalls wat eerder die parlement se tuine moes gedoen het,
Ja.
wat
En
geen
miskien
bydrae lewer
en
nie.
miskien rooi verander na oranje.
Ons
Van daai oranje overalls lyk mooi op.
Lyk baie
Nee,
beter.
Julius?
Ja.
Julius? Mamela, orange, né? Orange is coming, né? Daar sê.
Ja. Die ironie is, wanneer die Afrikaner kan besef dat hierdie gevaar wat hier buite staan, is nie die Niel de Beer teen die Hein Marx of die Hein Marx teen die Niel de Beer.
Nee.
Die gevaar kom van buite af.
Yes.
Die gevaar, die individue wat wel in ons midde is, ons weet wie hulle is.
Yes.
Ons weet wie hulle
Ja,
is.
ja. Die slange is daar.
En hulle is altyd daar, die adders is daar.
Ja, ja.
Die adders, ja, laat ons nie eens ingaan nie.
Ja.
Amper
Kyk, as
praat
ek en hy begin praat oor adders, né?
amper begin praat ek nou van die plus en die minus is
Ja, ja.
is nul.
Die nulle.
Is nul.
Ja, ja, ja.
Die realiteit is, hulle is nie minderheid.
Ja.
Die oomblik wanneer hierdie oranje overalls, en dan praat ek van almal van hulle wat hulle gaan dra.
Ja, ja.
Die ander dra nog die overalls.
Ja, ja.
Hulle dra Armani pakke
Daar sien.
van my en jou belastinggeld.
Ja, ja.
Hulle is besig om ons mense te dwing om saam te staan, doeteenvoudig, omdat dit ons mense se oë oopmaak. Die dag is ons mense almal saam staan en besef, en dan praat ek hier nie net van die Afrikaner nie.
All the minorities.
Ek praat van al die minderhede,
Ja, ja.
ek praat van al die onderdruktes in hierdie land.
Which has, sorry, that's important, Hein. It's not just us as the Afrikaner groups. It's not just the Indians that I saw, the South African Indian community now in Phoenix. And Phoenix, Chatsworth, how are you? Love and miss you. It's not just the indigenous communities of the coloured, the brown, the Griqua. I am talking that it's not just die gatvolheid.
Ja.
of minorities now. It's
It
the
goes
black population of this country,
included.
the so-called African indigenous population, that are now, Hein, waking up to the fact that they also got nothing.
That they have been pulled wool over their eyes for, we can't say 27 years because it actually started long before that
Yes.
with their own people.
Yes.
Everybody in this country that are not part of, and I've got to use the Afrikaanse woord,
Yes.
trogvreters.
Yeah.
As jy nie deel is van die trogvreters,
Eating from the trough. Yes, the trough eaters.
The trough eaters,
Yes.
die trogvreters is vir my
Ja.
so 'n mooi woord.
Ja, ja.
Daar's in Duits is dit nog eintlik nog mooier.
Sê hom.
Kom ons los
Wat is in Duits?
voeter zu fressen.
Ja, ja, ja.
You can't say it in English.
Ja.
You can't put it in Afrikaans.
Kan ek net gou iets sê? Luister gou vir my. Ek weet hy moet gaan. Maar as ek hom kon arresteer en hier hou, het ek vir hy nog vir 'n week gehou, want can I tell you what's happening here? Jy het 'n man en ek gaan dit sê, jy het 'n mens hierso. Ons moes nooit by mekaar uitgekom het as die mense dit wou hê nie. Because they feared this.
Ja.
Right? Die ANC en die EFF are busy, the ANC and the EFF are busy dividing us, Hein. Because I have spoken
Not
to
anymore.
you for 3 months, and we always come back to one thing. It's not about breaking up a country.
No.
It's not
No.
about trying to break an ideology. It's trying to empower our people,
Ja.
but to let them remember we are a country of diversity.
Total.
And we recognize it.
Absolutely, and we must understand, and I'm going to make this clear to the people as well. And there's a theory behind it, but there's a practical side that we look at it 27 years later. The whole concept of a rainbow nation.
Yes.
The idea, the theory was nice.
Yes.
Now we know it doesn't work.
It couldn't be implemented.
It's impossible.
Yes.
But now we know, federalism.
Yes.
You can live your life
Yes.
not only happy, but prosperous, whoever you are,
Yes.
if there's cooperation.
And
there's cooperation.
if respected.
Yeah. Like I've had
Hein, wat
many
jy's regs
people.
mos. Jy's regs. Onthou hy's regs en ek's 'n kommunis.
Ja, jy's 'n kommunis, ek is
Ja.
regs, ja.
Hein, ek dink as 'n mens praat oor jou, die valsheid wat daar kom en die valsheid van my is. Jy wil afstig, jy wil 'n laar trek, jy wil 'n konkrete muur soos Trump bou, you want to drain the swamp and build the wall. En binne daar wil ons die Afrikaanse mense sit. Hierso wil ons die met ander woorde ons wil teruggaan Bantu stam toe. Dis julle, dis ons. Dit is nie so nie.
Nee.
That's not so.
Glad nie so nie. Glad nie so nie. Wat as jy praat van muur bou.
Yes.
Verseker gaan jy plekke moet mure bou.
Ja, grense.
Jy moet grense hê.
Oor beheer.
Jy praat van Mandela wat vir jou goed gesê.
Yes.
Wie wat PW Botha vir my baie gesê.
Sorry, wat ek wil ook net sê, een van die mense wat saam met PW gestap het. Ek weet nie of jy dit weet nie. Hein Marx was sy sekretaris deur daai journey. En ek het gisterand gesit en ek het vir die eerste keer die ander kant gehoor. En ek sê vir jou, ons het aan al twee kante, die Mandelas, die Bothas. Like dit of nie? Ons het in hierdie land ongelooflike mense gehad. We had unbelievable brains here.
Ja.
Maybe from different perspectives.
Ja.
But you said to me, and we got to wind down, but you said to me something unbelievable this morning. En ek het amper gestik. Medupi.
Dit is ongelooflik.
Medupi.
Ek moet lag. Maar dit gaan oor
As dit nie so ernstig was nie, dan was dit 'n grap.
Ja.
Medupi.
For the people that doesn't know it, Medupi, and I'm not sure about the exact figure, I think cost 122 billion rand to build it. 122 billion rand. You know how much it is, people? I don't. Because it's so much, I don't
Nulle.
think it's just nulla. I don't know how much it is. It's a massive amount of money. The reality is, it cost 122 billion rand to build. It was officially handed over to Eskom the 1st of August.
Of August.
This year, the other day.
Yes. Sorry, big fanfare.
Big.
Medupi's back.
Let's spend some more money
Cutting
on
of the
fun
lint.
fair.
Ons het nou meer krag, né?
Yeah. Because remember, on the fun fair, there was a lot of Kentucky as well.
Ja.
Without that, nothing happened.
Ja.
Kentucky happened.
Ons is nog nie klaar.
Ja.
Years later, it blew up.
Yes. 8 days.
8 days to spend 122 billion rand, blow it up. What does it show us? It shows us the people, and this is the reality. Doesn't help us to try and sugarcoat it. The ANC government did not do their work. They did not use the mandate that they had to spend the money. It's not their money to spend the money from the fiscus. Where does that money come from? From the people.
Sorry,
in the
just
right
to-
way,
just-
because it was more important
Yes.
to steal
Yes.
than to have quality.
So 2 things of that, Madupi. Number 1, nothing in this country is government funded.
Of course not.
Listen to me. Nothing in this country is state funded.
No, doesn't.
So when they say this is a government funded project, absolute snap. It's you funded.
Yeah.
It's people funded. It's not government funded.
Including their
Yes.
salaries.
And secondly, I don't know if you saw this morning, Hein. We were so busy since this morning. We are now told by the CEO yesterday of Eskom. Kyk, ek noem hulle nie Eskom nie, né? Ek noem hulle Esgaan, want hulle gaan, daar kom niks.
Yeah.
We were told last night to fix Madupi, another 1.8 billion. No. Another 1.8 billion is required to fix a power station that we just built for 122 billion and blew it up. Blew it physically up in 8 days. Nee, luister gou vir my Suid-Afrika. Jy is of nie hier nie. Jy het 'n yskriem hierso of jy is 'n nul in logika. Nou Hein, kom ek sê vir jou, as the UIM, as the ULA, we started a process not to be in politics. We don't want to be in politics. I want to continue with my life. I wanted to continue to my 65 program. I wrote a business plan, I'll tell you now, Hein, up till 65 of my life. And it was broken up into 5-year segments. And I'm now 52 in God's grace. I was going to 55 to business. At the end of 55, I would then go into philanthropy with my charity and foundation to build the continent until 65. And after that, I would do something my dad did not get right. And that is to take a break and rest. And enjoy what I did.
Yeah.
And so did you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So did you.
Yeah, and I wanted.
Want ons sukkel hierso. Ons sukkel. Ons sukkel.
Yeah.
We're going to wind down. Hein, we now have 837 people. To those that don't know what's going on, this is not a puppet, né? This is Hein Marx. This is Hein.
The reality is, people, the moment that we start working, not talking, things will happen even faster
Yes.
than what took the ULA 8 years until now. But the only party that was supposed to do it didn't do squat
Yeah.
in 27 years.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Dololo.
Dololo. Nothing.
Quickly, Hein, let's take,
will make it happen.
No, we will. I want to quickly ask, obviously not everybody here is liking what they are seeing. Vir daai wat nie hierso saamstem nie, hier's goeie nuus. You're going to get deleted. En ja, kyk, die lekker ding oor Facebook, Hein, it's called you're going and the way that you talk, we won't tolerate it. I want to quickly, Hein, if you don't mind. I want to quickly, dames en here, as julle hier op is, I want to ask, can you ask us, maybe we're going to take 2 or 5 questions. If you're okay.
Welcome.
So we are live, Hein Marx, ULA, VVA, Neil de Beer, UIM, ons het uiteindelik by mekaar gekom, ons het uiteindelik besluit dat ons hou van koffie, né? Sterk koffie.
Ja.
So as u gou vir ons 'n paar vrae wil vra,
Dan kan ek 'n slukkie koffie.
dan kan jy 'n slukkie koffie vat. Ons gaan sê, Hans, you say just talk, promises. What about outlining steps to solve SA problems? Do you also put people into a basket? The UIM also puts people in a basket. Hans, yeah, we want to. We want to put the basket of South Africa. And I don't know what you do. I don't know how you're going to save our country, Hans. But first put daar die enigste
Well,
ding.
I can also answer, Hans.
Yeah.
Hans,
Yeah.
with the ULA, if you've looked at our website and you know what we've done, we are literally the only, and we're not a political party, we're basically a legal process, have worked without asking you or anybody a cent.
Yes.
Not a cent. We have pushed this legal process of secession, literally, and I want to put a figure to it because then I will be attacked as well, but very high in the 90% of finishing the process. So no, we're definitely not only talking.
Very interesting question, Neil. For a 27-year-old entrepreneur, this is interesting. Dis die vraag, man. For a 27-year-old entrepreneur, what is the full step 5-year segment plan?
Well, I can answer him on that,
Yes.
James. Very easy.
Yes.
Because you've got two answers, under the ANC or under sovereignty. Under the ANC, your future is not bleak, it's virtually non-existing. Because I'm an entrepreneur myself for 40 years already.
Yes.
Under sovereignty, I can tell you now, 0% tax, private or business, with only a 5% transactional tax as a total tax on anything. There's no other tax. Under sovereignty, you will have absolute freedom to run a business because no country in the world can exist without businesses, except the ANC believes the more they break businesses, the more money they'll get. But they forget the breaking in this case is cutting the throat of the duck that's laying the golden goose because there'll be nothing left. If we carry on at the moment under the ANC government, forget about
There's
5
no future.
years. There
There's
is
no
no 5 years. Forget about it.
And sorry, Hein, to add, James, listen to me. A 5-year step plan for any entrepreneur is the following. Step 1, consolidate your plan. Step 2, dream. Hein? You're allowed to dream about your plan.
You must.
3, write the fiscal capability of what you need, what you require, and then put it in a document. Number 4, make sure that the X factor that you bring to the table
Important.
is currently effective. And number 5, here's a lesson I learned about money. You are going to have patience. You are going to have absolute dedication and belief. And here's the last one for an entrepreneur. You're going to find people that say the following. Don't take the right plan to the wrong person.
No.
The wrong plan to the right person. Find the right plan for the right person. And if you do that, James, you're going to win.
Ja.
Next one. Are you going to unite?
Ek wil net vir Ethel antwoord, gaan
Ja.
julle unite?
Yes.
Ethel, we can't unite because we are a legal process. The UIM is a political, party. We're going to work together.
Yes. And that's unity.
That's unity.
That's unity.
Working together is the answer for all the problems in South Africa.
Yes. Not working.
Ekskuus dat jy het Afrikaans gevra. Beter vir almal.
Yes.
Ons moet saamwerk.
It says here, Arthur Crook, it says here, are UIM and ULA working together going forward? I hope so, because freedom will come.
Just answered it.
That yes, we will. Would please, it says here, Luanda, Molweni Luanda, Unjani Luanda Siddiqui, Unja, will say here, Mosselbaai is julle beter.
Yeah.
It says here, reach out to the people in the rural areas of the East. I'll tell you why, Luanda, because we stole the money.
We don't have.
It says here, we don't
because
have roads.
It's been stolen.
Because the money's been stolen. And we spoke about it this morning where we said, accountability, Hein, in government is what we've lost. Met ander woorde,
There's no accountability.
my maat my geleer, as jy met iemand anders as 'n kar reis en iemand anders se huis bly, dan maak jy seker jy gee dit terug.
Soos jy het gekry,
Of beter. And that's our problem at this moment. We're going to take one or two. Neil, what do you think about the COVID-19 hoax? I just want to address that quickly. Wynand, the reality is, and I'm not a biologist, I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a medical doctor. You must be very careful. What we know, people are dying. I can tell you in the past 8 weeks, I've lost 9 friends. But what I am absolutely vehemently against is 2 principles. And our new, and I want to also say to Hein, we spoke, I also want to congratulate our new vice president of the UIM, Fatima Abdul, stunning lady. Congrats, Fatima. And Fatima had a vaccine debate with me yesterday. Hein, if you take the vaccine or you don't take the vaccine, I will never promote a forced vaccine institution because it goes against the protection and the constitutionality of actually having choice.
Long and the short is
Choice.
Article 12.2 of
Yes.
our South African Constitution
Yes.
gives you the right to
Of
choose.
choice.
Yeah.
So
You don't-
no
you don't
government
have to take it.
can prescribe to me
No.
what I must do with my body. And the UIM, and I think here, from a ULA perspective, is that in actual fact, I tell you something, I've met many advocates, want ek was al baie nie of. Let me quickly tell you, I have never met a more informed, updated and insightful person that understands the constitution of this country than Hein, and also of the world constitutional grant given to us by Protection Hein. And that's something I have ultimate respect for. And it says here, Amen. Hein, what a great pleasure. UIM, thank you very much for joining us. Godspeed you hierdie weekend, hierdie naweek. Geniet julle self weer eens. Ons kan alles hierdie doen deur God se genade.
Slegs deur God se
Daar's nie 'n
genade.
ander manier nie. Chris, dankie dat julle hier was. Dit is korrek. Vat gou hierdie Facebook. Ja, dit is kom nader Hein. Dit is Hein Marx se neel te weet. Waar's Chris? Chris kom ook hierso. Chris is hierso. Vir ons almal hierso in hierdie mag God se rykste steen oor hierdie land wees. Mag mense van diversiteit, opinie, taal, kultuur nou bymekaar kom in hierdie land. En mag God se rykste seën oor hierdie republiek kom. May God bless you. May you have an absolute fantastic weekend. Hein, as jy teruggaan daar na die mooi Mosselbaai toe, kom net vir Hein gaan nie vanoggend maak nie, want hy bly in my huis, ek gaan hom klap. Toe ons vanoggend wakker word, is ons albei baie happy. Ons het dit gemaak, Hein.
Ja, ek is gewaarsku, hy gaan my doodmaak.
Ja, ja.
En hy is gewaarsku,
Ja,
ek
hy
gaan
gaan
hom
my
doodmaak.
En kyk gou hierso. Hierso ons nou. So baie dankie. Dis is South Africa, né?
Ja.
Dis Suid-Afrika. Baie lief vir julle.
Baie dankie
Hein,
almal.
al die beste met die VVA.
Selfs
Bekry
met
vir
die
ons
UIM,
en ons gaan dit
en
maak.
staan op en moenie net praat soos ander partye nie.
Ja.
Doen
Doen
jou
iets.
ding, Neil,
Doen iets.
want sonder mense wat iets wil doen,
Ja.
we are doomed. So you've got to do it.
And
Do
my-
it.
and my answer
Talking and just building up
Yeah.
salary and pension
It's not going to make it.
is only for the losers.
Yeah.
And we've got them in Parliament. We know who they are.
Absolutely.
You don't need the money. You don't need the pension.
Ja.
Do it.
En die beste is toe ek vir Hein verklaar ons is nou 'n politieke party en al hy goed toe sê Hein vir my skud my hand, hy raak toe nie opgewonde nie. En hy kyk my net so na 'n goeie ribbetjie en hy sê vir my, toe sê ek vir hom weer Hein, ek is so bang ek doen nie wat ek sê nie. Toe sê hy vir my, nee, dis nie 'n probleem nie. Onthou net, Hein Marx is jou conscience. Ek gaan seker maak jy doen wat jy sê. Hein,
Ja.
absolute eer. Konrad, baie goed om julle te ontmoet. Mag die Here julle seën Suid-Afrika. Hou dit saam. Get together, shake hands, break the molds, break the boxes. Don't listen when someone puts you in a category and you're scared to talk. Because after the rumbling, after the discussion and getting through the wall, we found out one thing. We're human.
Yeah.
We are human.
Yeah.
We are South African. So South Africa first, but in God's ears, always number one. Thanks guys, enjoy it. God se
Baie
rykste
dankie
seën.
almal.
Bye bye. Bye
Eendag
bye.
mag,
Bye bye.
mag.
Daar's hy, unity is strength.
Ja.
Lekker bly julle. Bye bye.
Ons vir jou Suid-Afrika.
As.
Ja.